Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another videos. Another paid request. This time for Rapper Turby 3K. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. It could be a topic, review, re-review, randomness, commentary, reaction, video game playthrough, what have you. Links are down below in info box. PayPal is usually the best bet, or join my Patreon. Both links are down below. So pretty much, Rapper Turby 3K asked the question of Michael Bay and Roland Emmerich. And actually had three questions. Which style stood out more? Movies you liked and disliked between the both of them. What are some major and minor differences you see between the two of them? Now, to get to your questions first, I do like both directors for different reasons. Michael Bay is definitely the style you notice more. Much more bombastic in terms of explosions. Much more... You see much more juvenile and crass with his humor. Much more America, fuck yeah. Roland Emmerich has once in a while done an R-rated film, but Michael Bay more so. Even then, like with PG-13, it's just idea with some of the humor, he pushes it. And let's say he's much more bombastic with his like practical explosions. While Roland Emmerich is a bit more into the CG destruction, where Michael Bay would try to destroy as much as he can practically, while Roland Emmerich will destroy the whole world in CGI. But definitely with the camera angles and the editing, Michael Bay's style stands out much, much more. It's hard for me to say if Roland Emmerich even has a style. Just like Michael Bay with the certain way he does the camera and the certain way he moves it. The whole shot with Will Smith, Martin Lawrence coming up and you have the pan going around them. That's definitely a shot you see a lot in Michael Bay movies. I can't think of a certain shot that is used in a lot of Roland Emmerich films. I'm sure there are, but yeah, Michael Bay's style definitely stands out more. Let me get to the third question, differences. The same, they like to, destroy a lot of shit. And they make big, dumb popcorn movies. But the difference is, like I said, Michael Bay, the characters he utilized, the humor, let's say much more crass and juvenile. Whether it be like Sean Connery's line, "Lose, go home and fuck the prom queen," or all the dialogue Will Smith and Martin Lawrence are showcasing each other, which a lot they team up with in Bad Boys 1 and 2. In Bad Boys 2, you have the whole bit where they're in the droid Kingpin's mansion and they're pretending to be exterminators. They see one rat humping another rat. Or they're following the bodies that are filled up with drugs and they're falling off the back and they're getting run over and the bodies are pretty much falling apart, body parts everywhere. The Transformers, all the humor in that, the pot brownies, Bumblebee pretty much pissing on John Turturro's face in the first one, having a leak. What was it, oil, fluid, whatever they called it. The second Transformers, the Decepticon, they had a big pair of balls, literally. So, like I said, much more crass on that. Roland Emmerich doesn't really do... I guess you say his humor is much more cleaner, clean cut. And characters. I don't know how to say that. Like, I think the characters in Michael Bay films are much more designed based on the actor's personality, charisma, while you argue that the characters are a bit more, in a way, maybe personable in Roland Emmerich's films, or I don't know how quite to word it. There's something a bit where I look at Independence Day or Stargate or such where I don't want to say the characters seem more likable. I don't know else to put it. But here's the thing with when you say movies you like or dislike. On the surface, it should say I like Michael Bay more because his action, yes, he has CGI, but he tries to do more practical action, much more explosive, over the top action, real explosions, real car chases, real car crashes, and his action scenes I gravitate more towards because of that. The in person real life destruction that he causes. While I like Roland Emmerich films, but it's a lot more in CG, especially when he got bigger in 2012 and other stuff, big spectacle on that nature. So the down and dirty, R rated bit of business is more my cup of tea. So it seems like Michael Bay is more my guy. And there are films of his I do like. Bad Boys 2, The Rock, The Island, Six Underground, even Pain and Gain. But then I realized, number one, there's more Michael Bay films I'm either in between on or disliking. And there's more Roland Emmerich films I like. Because Michael Bay films, I'm in between Pearl Harbor. There's some stuff I like about it. There's some stuff I really don't like about it. I don't despise what other people do, but I get it. But at the same time, I can't say I love it. I'm in between. Same with Armageddon. There are days I'm like, not a fan of it. But then I'm like, well, there's this I liked, and there's this I liked, and there's this I liked. So, there, if I think about it more, there is stuff I liked about it, but I'm in between on Armageddon. I'm not a fan of 13 Hours. I know there's him being more serious. A lot of people like it. I was not a fan. I thought that was honestly very boring. Ambulance, it felt like I was in between, but as I talked, I realized I disliked it more than liked it. I would say if I have to choose, I would say I disliked the film. And the Transformers, like the first one, I didn't mind when I first saw it. Even the second film, as big dumb spectacle. But what that franchise turned into, when you go back to rewatch the films, and it's like, okay, I didn't grow up as a diehard Transformers fan, but you see how indistinguishable the Transformers are with the Decepticons and the Autobots, and these jokes that just are not that funny. And I think Shia LaBeouf is actually a decent actor. He's not really given much to do except to be a fucking brat, yelling at Bumblebee and shitting on him for no good reason. Megan Fox, I try to give her leeway, but she has showed in multiple films she has no talent, so I'm tired of giving her leeway. I'm like, okay, she's a pretty face, she's new. No, Jennifer's Body, Transformers 2, Expendables 4, the stupid lion movie she was in, I forget the name of it. No. Jonah Hex, she's had a lot of opportunities, she's never gotten better, she still sucks, especially in two movies I'll mention. That's a very, 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 very much a detriment to Michael Bay's case. And at this point, I'm like, fuck all the Transformer films. The first two, they don't hold up. The others sucked. 13 Hours I thought sucked. Pearl Harbor, Armageddon, I'm kind of indifferent on. Ambulance, I more dislike. I look at Roland Emmerich. Of the films I've seen, I did not like 10,000 BC. I hated Independence Day 2, Resurgence. Moonfall I did see. I was not a fan of it. I thought it would be. But I looked at, okay, Making Contact, aka Joey. I remember that being an interesting. I haven't seen that in forever. Sadly, I don't own the film. But I remember that being an interesting movie where a kid, his dad had passed away, and you realize he's got these powers, and there's this really creepy looking dummy that is pretending to be the kid's dad, but there's actually some evil force wanting a bit of the kid's power. Like, make it kind of, I haven't seen it in a long time. I remember that being interesting. Universal Soldier, which is my favorite of all these movies combined. It's Universal Soldier. It's Van Damme versus Dolph. You're dead, soldier. No, I'm alive. Stargate, I'm kind of in between, but it's got Kurt Russell and James Spader. So, you do have that. Independence Day I like. I like the 1998 Godzilla. I've always enjoyed it as entertainment. It's not the premier Godzilla movie, I understand, but I didn't grow with Godzilla as much as other people. I'd only seen a couple movies that I did like, but they were goofy, silly movies I enjoyed. So I didn't enjoy it in a seriousness that other people did. Such how other people view Ninja Turtles, and I view it differently. So I get that, but I can only showcase my own opinion, my own point of view. So I like the Godzilla movie. Quite a bit, actually. I think it's a lot of fun. I like the Patriot Mel Gibson. Day After Tomorrow, I'm in between. Yeah. I like the first half. I think the second half is really dwindles down. 2012, I thought was fun, and White House Down I actually liked. I didn't think I would like it, but I actually liked White House Down. With Channing Tatum, Jamie Foxx. I know. I wish it was rated R. Granted, I have to watch Olympus Has Fallen if I want that, but I liked it. In fact, I liked it more than Olympus Has Fallen. I know I'm alone in that, but I really did like that movie. And I give it to Roland Emmerich for 3 reasons. Well, 4 reasons. I give it to Roland Emmerich as the win, and I didn't expect that. But when I really looked into it, it's for 4 reasons. Number one, he made Universal Soldier. Number two, he didn't fucking milk to five Transformer movies. If he had melted to 5 Independence Day movies or other shit, maybe he'd be on the other list. Three, actually no, 3 things. One, he didn't make all those Transformer movies. Two, he made Universal Soldier. And three, he didn't fuck up my Ninja Turtles. Roland Emmerich left it the fuck alone. Guess he learned, he learned a lesson with Godzilla not to mess with that shit again. Michael Bay is a terrible fucking producer. Are there exceptions? Sure, I like the Friday the 13th one. I'll give you that. And there's like 1 or 2 others I didn't mind and liked. I'll give you that. But I look at Amityville Horror Remake. The Hitcher remake, one of the worst. The Hitcher remake and the Nightmare on Elm Street remake he produced, and those are 2 of the worst remakes I've ever seen in my life. Hitcher remake, Elm Street remake. Michael Bay produced those. 2 of the worst fucking remakes I have ever seen in my life. The Hitcher remake. Oh, you know what? It was cool that this guy had to fear for his life against this other guy, but we can't have that, so we have this girl from the CW, WB, UPN, whatever, in tight shirts, being terrorized because we don't have enough of a guy terrorizing a lady. Sean Bean, you're a good actor. You cannot be in Roger Hauer's shoes. I'm sorry, not many people can. You're trying to redo scenes from the first. You're failing. You thought it was a good idea to have a chase scene to Nine Inch Nails closer. So it's supposed to be this action intense scene, but you hear in lyrics like, "Go to fuck you like an animal." That ending where she's walking away with a shotgun and the thing's exploded and she doesn't even feel it at all, even though she weighs like about the weight of a pair of sticks. Get the fuck out of here. And the Elm Street remake, the less said about that, the better. And you produced two horrific Ninja Turtle movies. You produced one Ninja Turtles movie that had the turtles stuck in a sewer and Mighty farted in his other three brothers' faces. And you turned them into steroid using Goombas. Looked like if Shrek fucked a goddamn, I don't know, the Michelin Man and had some Mongoloid babies. Fuck that. And fuck Megan Fox in those movies. She's terrible. If you don't like the... Yeah, I don't like the film because I like good movies. And yes, subjective. This is my subjective. This movie sucked. And Out of the Shadows, let's make Casey Jones this boring cop that's able to take on Bebop and Rocksteady by himself. Because four turtles can't take on Bebop and Rocksteady. They're too much big pussies to do it. So let's have this guy, because he's Arrow from the TV show Arrow, Stephen Amell, whatever his name is. He don't take on Bebop and Rocksteady by himself. Oh, we got Bebop and Rocksteady finally in the movie. Yeah, and the turtles didn't even beat him up. Didn't even stop him. Didn't even have a much of a fucking fight with them. You had a 5-second kerfluffle on a plane. You chased through the rolling rapids of a river, and then that's it. There's your Bebop Rocksteady versus Turtles bit. Ooh, what? Was that worth the wait? Fuck out of here. Let's bring this idea of the turtles turning the humans and do jack shit with it. The most clunky dialogue. You're the heart. You're the brain. You're the bullshit. My dick. Fuck you, Michael Bay. You produce that shit. You could have put your head in and have a common sense and do something. You didn't. So you're to blame for that too. So you fucked that up. And again, Roland Emmerich, I like you, Godzilla. I know why people don't. I do. And you made Universal Soldier. So Roland wins. Bay, sorry, you gotta lose. Roland Emmerich. Other than Independence Day, you haven't done too much. I mean, I don't like some of the other movies, but you haven't done too much to piss me off, to be honest. That's rare nowadays for people. So, with that said, yeah. Thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.